What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. It's another day here at the Win this December, and we're playing another cash game stream because tournaments aren't going my way. Gotta make content somehow, and today we're gonna do something very different, something I don't know how to do at all, which is play PLO. PLO cash game stream. I don't know how to play PLO. I think I've played PLO cash like 3 times in my life, so at least today's gonna be friendly, playing 25-50, and yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, so good luck to me, good luck to you guys, whoever watches this stream and this video. If you came here for content on how to learn how to play PLO, this is not going to be one of them. But once again, I'd like to show off this backdrop because it looks really cool. And I'm on stage right now for the live stream, and we're going to play with 4 cards. The more cards, the better, apparently.
I'd like to preface, if you came here to learn about some PLO, this is not the video to do it. I come in here playing 25-50 with a $5,000 buy-in, and I'm just here to gamble. I'm ready to splash it up. And the very first hand signifies how much I'm willing to gamble, because there is a 100, 200, 400, and of course, why would I not put 20% of my entire stack as a straddle? Yes, we're playing 25-50, 1, 2, for $800. Because here we are, I'm here to max gamble, only run it once, and we're right into it with the $800 straddle, where the cutoff to my left raises to $3,200. The big blind goes all in for $5K, and action folds to me. I put 20% of my stack as a straddle, and it's dead in play. Do I have a hand that could commit? No, sadly. At least I don't think so here, so I decide to fold. Cutoff ends up making the call, and we see 2 all-ins from not the best hand, it seems like. Ace 8 6 4 versus King Queen 10 7. And the cutoff is going to win both runouts. Gonna scoop this one up, $10,000 right off the bat. Moving right along to the next hand where I have King Jack 9 9. I'm the $200 straddle, and there's an $800 straddle on once again. I go all in with my hand because why not? I only have 3,300. I have basically 4 big blinds. One of the players wakes up with Ace, King, Jack 5. We run it once, and the flop, turn, river do not improve me as I'm severely dominated against my opponent's hands. So I lose the flip when I king high flop, and we're gonna need to reload for another $5,000. After 30 minutes in the stream, I'm down 1 buy-in, or a little bit more than that, about 6K. Moving right along with Queen 10 9 8 here. There's another straddle to $100. I raise it to 300. Button makes the call. Small blind calls. Then the big blind 3 bets here to 1,600. The undergun player now 4 bets to 4,800. And do I want to gamble here with Queen 10 9 8? There's 2 players essentially committing their stacks in the middle here. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm here to gamble. Do I think my hand is good? Probably not, but let's gamble. Do it for the stream. It's $4,000 total. Let's see what happens. I am all in. Undergun player calls. We have an all-in for $10,000 here, and most people are going to run it twice here today, but I am not because, look, we're playing 25-50. I don't even know this game. I'm going to need luck on my side to win. And we see a good-looking flop 10 high. Gives me lots of possibilities, and even more possibilities when the turn is the 7 of diamonds. Now, open-ended, have a lot of 2-pair draws, straight draws, river, 8 of diamonds to scoop this one up. A $10,000 pot. Let's freaking go. Let's find a way to continue getting lucky here because that's what I'm going to need to win in this session. Picking up Ace Queen 10 7 with 3 spades in my hand. The undergun player raising to $150. 3 people make the call, and I will not stand for this because I just don't really want to go multi-way to a flop. So I'm going to 3-bet this one to $1,000. Action folds to the undergun player who 4-bets to $3,400. That is not great to see, but hey, I already committed my stack. I have Ace Queen 10 and a random 7. I'm all in for $8,500 total, and my opponent makes the call with, I would assume, a better hand than mine. We're gonna go one time in a $17,000 pot, and here we go, another all-in flip, and my opponent has Ace King King 6. We see a decent looking flop once again in 5, 6, 8. I've got a gutter ball here, and we see a turn pairing the board. 6 doesn't change anything here, and the river hits the gutter. That's the 9 magical gutter to win a massive pot for this game here. $17,000 pot coming right my way. I get it in bad, and I'm coming out with the chips. That is my strategy for today in this PLO game. I think we've seen like 4 hands, and every single hand has been an all-in pot. Well, things are not going to change because we have ace, queen, jack 4 in the small blind. There's an early position player who raises to 150. 2 players make the call, and I decided to slow down and just call with this one. Going 4 ways to a flop, which comes queen 4, 8, 2 hearts. Picking up 2 pair with the flush draw. Pretty sick situation to be in here. Action checks to the hijack player who throws out $700. I think here with so much going on with my hand, I just want to get more money into the middle. So I raise it up to pot, about $3,000 here. Early position player folds, and then the hijack player goes all in for $5,500 total. Of course, I am not going to fold. I'm in here. My opponent shows queen jack 10-4, which means I'm basically free rolling the flush draw, which is really, really cool. He also has queen 4 for 2 pair, same as me, but I have hearts coming my way. We see the turn and river board pairing the 6, which actually gives me the winner. 2 pairs with queens and a 6 and an ace kicker. I didn't even know it at the time. I needed the dealer to tell me that I actually won this pot because I didn't hit the flush draw, but I did counterfeit the 2 pair and I have a higher kicker. So that's just like very random. I guess very lucky for me to have the ace kicker here. And just like that, scooping another monster pot, $12,000 coming my way. And I'm starting to feel a little comfortable in this game. Couple hours in, I'm up a couple $1,000s. And let's try to keep on spinning it up. About an hour and a half later into the stream, I pick up a monster premium. Ace, king, queen 10. There's an undergun who straddles to $100. There's an early position raise to $300. Hijack makes the call. And here, I don't know much about PLO, but I do know that this hand I'm going to raise and I want to get it all in. I decided to 3-bet this one to $1,400. There's an undergun player who calls, +2 player calls, hijack player calls, everyone calls, and we're going to go to a flop multi-way, which is king 5, 3, 2 clubs. Flopping top pair, top kicker. This certainly isn't the best situation to be in 4 ways, but hey, with top pair, top kicker, and lots of 2 pair opportunities and draws, I'm going to go and get aggressive. There's an ungun player who leads out for $5,000. Action folds to me. This player has about $5,500 behind. And do I want to fold here? We're on live stream. I'm here to give some action and... well, I'm all in. That's what happens here. I'm all in, and my opponent obviously is not going to fold for $5,500 more. He does end up making the call, and we're going to play over a $20,000 pot just like that. And we're going to go to a turn, which comes the 4 of clubs, which gives me drawing dead. I am now drawing dead against his hand, which is now a flush. He had 2 pair with a flush draw, and... yeah, that's gonna be good enough to win. The river doesn't matter, and just like that, I lose a massive pot. The biggest pot I've ever played in this PLO game. Of course, I am the loser of it, and now I'm gonna add on for $25,000 more after losing a big one, and let the tilt begin. Because about 15 minutes later, I pick up aces for the first time, but they're not the best aces. It's ace, ace, queen 5 with 3 of the same suit. I straddle to $100, and we get the hijack who raises to $300. Cutoff makes the call, button makes the call. Then the small blind 3-bets to $1,700. And now I feel like actually, in hindsight, I could just fold this hand with aces. Just seems like a bad combination and doesn't seem like a very strong holding, especially versus what would be a strong 3-betting hand, maybe. But hey, what do I know? I'm gonna just 4-bet because I have aces. I'm tilted. I'm stuck money now. So I 4-bet to $6,000, $6,100. Action folds around to the small blind player who ends up making the call for about $2,500 total in his stack. And we're gonna play another all-in pot against queen, queen, 10-5. So we're heavily a favorite before seeing a queen high flop. That is going to set on more rage, more tilt, as I'm not very happy about the situation. He hit the 1 outer. He had 1 queen left to hit and drills it. And he's going to double up. I double up his $2,500. Seems like now the tides are turning. The variance is shifting to my opponent's favor. And I am just doubling up everyone left and right. Update with the P&L. So far, at this point, I'm only down $2,000 apparently. It feels like I'm down a lot more, but hey, after buying in for about $35,000, being stuck 2K is not a bad result considering how little I know about playing PLO. All right, aces failed me the first time. We're gonna pick up another aces. This time it's actually a worse pair of aces. It seems like ace, ace, 8-5. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with the dangler 8-5 in my hand, but I'm in the small blind here. And there's an early position raise to 150 bucks. Two players make the call, and the cutoff 3 bets to 700. Here, once again, similar situation. I feel like I could fold, but at this point, like I said, no chance of ever folding now that I'm stuck, I'm tilted, I'm a little drunk, or actually I'm very drunk, multiple shots in. I 4-bet to $2,600. Early position player ends up making the call, then the cutoff goes all in for $6,000 total. I snap announce all in or pot, one of those two. It's basically like an all in, and then I essentially force the other opponent in early position to play for his entire stack, about $23,000 in his stack. And I have aces, and he's tanking, which is probably a good sign, I think. I don't know if I want to call or fold in PLO because every single person's hand has lots of equity and a high percentage against aces. So I don't know what I'm rooting for, but my opponent takes a while and ends up letting his cards go. And we are now all in once again. This is just a flip fest, everyone. With aces, I run into King Jack 10-9, which I think is actually in very good shape against aces. 4 cards that make a straight. And here we are running it once in another $12,000, $13,000, $14,000 pots. And the flop comes Queen 10-9. Yep, that is a straight, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a flush draw to suck out on. Turn comes the 8 of clubs. River, a red 3, but not a heart. So he's going to win with the straight. Flops the straight, a good time to be all in. And you are another fella that I have now doubled up on the table. Here I am, losing every single all-in as of late. Not super thrilled about this situation, but we got to battle back, all right? There's like an hour left of the stream. I am not thrilled at the developments of the situation right now, but we're moving right along with King Queen 9-8. I'm stuck piles. There's a $100 straddle out there, and I'm going to raise to 375. Cutoff calls, button calls, big blind calls, under the gun calls, 5 ways. We are going to a flop of 5-4-3 rainbow. That is just not really what I'm looking for here at this point. Not the flop I want to see with my specific hand, and action ends up checking all the way around before we see the turn, which is the king of clubs. Now the ungun player throws out a bet of 2,200. I definitely can't fold. I have top pair now. I have 2 pair draws. I have flush draws. So I end up making the call here, and the big blind calls as well. So we're going to go 3 ways to a river. The river is the 9 of hearts. I don't know if I like or hate this card, right? There's a straight on board. There's sets that beat me. I have top 2 pair, which is nice, but being multi-way is annoying. So what ends up happening is that action checks all the way around. I don't value bet on the river, and I will win this one. Luckily, one of the rare times I win this pot with King 9, top 2 pair. Luckily, a club didn't hit because I was certainly dominated if the flush came in. And just like that, winning a pot, getting right back on track before moving on to the last hand of the night here with King Queen 7-3, doubles suited in the cutoff. Not a good hand, but at this point, I'm playing any 2. The uningum player limps in for $50. There's an early position raised to 225. I call 225 because, let's just play cards. We end up going 6 ways to a flop because it is a call fest here. Now, going to a flop, which comes ace, jack, queen, 2 spades. I have a king, which is good. I have a queen, which is not very good. And my other 2 cards don't even matter. There's a small blind player who checks, the big blind player who throws out a bet of $500. We get multiple people to call, and I decided to just come along and flick in a call too because I technically have a straight draw. Anyways, we're going to go to a turn, which comes the deuce of diamonds, so that's a complete brick. And when action checks it over to me here, I decided to throw out a bet. Why did I throw out a bet? Because I am bluffing. I'm bluffing with the queen, I'm bluffing with the king, and everyone showed a lot of passivity, so let's try to take advantage of it. I throw $2,000 out into the middle, and everyone ends up folding one by one. So very good victory for morale here. I end up winning about a $5,000 pot to end the night, ending around break even. So here I am, battled all the way back. Lots of ups, lots of downs, lots of stress, to be honest. And the final graphics show that I basically broke even, minus around 250 of the night. But I will have to say that number is incorrect. So we're going to go over what the actual number is in the outro.
Oh my God. That was by far one of the most fun streams I've ever been on. It might have been the drinks, might have been the action, the ups, the downs. I was tilted for a little bit. Then, the group of people were awesome. Overall, wonderful time for a 2050 PLO game that ended up getting some big straddles. By far one of the most fun streams I've ever been a part of, so appreciate Jamie for setting it up, WPT, the production crew for making a really cool live stream in high quality, and also all the people I played with. Just a wonderful atmosphere. Anyways, the results, I somehow booked a win. In for 30 and out for 34.75. How did I win $475? I don't know, but it happened after losing a couple all-ins, being, I guess, a little unlucky, but I guess that's part of PLO swings. I mean, aces was I don't know, I'm assuming 52% or something against king, jack, queen, 10. So that's the session. Thanks for watching. Maybe one more big stream to come, but we got some big tournaments happening in a couple days or next couple weeks that you're gonna see in the videos. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys had a fun time watching this, as much as fun as I had playing it. See you next time. Later.